Hi everyone. In this video, we'll talk about another metric which can be used for faster calculation. For example, suppose if I have to multiply 48 and 52, so how will I do that? So if you look at it carefully, this number are symmetrical around 50. So this can be written as um, 50 minus 2 square into no, not square, 50 minus 2 and 50 plus 2. So that will be equal to 50 square minus 2 square. So the answer will be equal to uh, 2496, right? Same way, suppose if I have to do 79 into 81, so the answer will be equal to 80 square minus 1 square. So this will be equal to 6399. Suppose if we have to do it against like suppose 15 into 17, so in that case it will be equal to 16 square minus 1 square, that's equal to 255. Another example is 95 into 105. Here it will be equal to 100 square minus 5 square, so that gives me 9975. So this is how you can use this trick for faster calculation, which for the numbers which seems difficult in the beginning, but if you remember this trick, this can be done very quickly. Okay, I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, here we are talking about another metric for faster calculation. So if we want to subtract any number from 1000, how we can do that very quickly in our mind without using a calculator. So suppose if I have 1000 and I want to subtract 231 from it, so how will I do that? So in that case, what I'll do is first I'll take the first number and I subtract it from 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. Then I'll take the second number and I subtract it from 9. That will be 6. And then I'll take the third number and I also subtract it from 9, equal to 7. So my answer will be equal to 769. Again, if I have 1000 minus 646, in that case I'll take the 6. 10 minus 6 is 4, then I take the 4, so 9 minus 4 is equal to 5, and then I take the 6, so 9 minus 6 is equal to 3, so the answer is 354. So this method can be very helpful if we are in the exam or day-to-day calculation. So same thing can be done for larger numbers. So suppose if I have 1 2 3 and 4 and want to subtract 2 3 3 1 from it, so in that case what I'll do is first I take the 1, so 10 minus 1 is equal to 9, and I take the 3, so 3, so that will be 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. Then I'll take the next 3, so 9 minus 3 is equal to 6, and then I'll take the 2, so 9 minus 2 is equal to 7, so answer will be equal to 7669. So we can do the same thing for much larger numbers, but here is the approach, and I hope this trick helped. I'll see you in the next trick. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video we'll talk about another metric which can be used for faster calculation. Here we are talking about multiplication by 6. So let's take an example. Suppose if I have 14 and I want to multiply it by 6. So how will I do this? First I'll take the last digit of the number to which we want to multiply by 6. So it's the last digit here is 4. So I'll just write a 4 here. And then what I'll do is I'll take half of this number. So half of this number is 7, and then I'll take this first digit and I add it to the 7, so that will be equal to 8. So my answer will be 84. Another example, if I have 4 and I want to multiply by 6, so in that case the last digit is 4, so I'll write 4 here, and then half of 4 is equal to 2. So, and because it's a 0 here, so if I add 0 it will still remain 2. The answer will be equal to 24. Let's do something more difficult. If I have to multiply 72 by 6, in that case the last digit is 2, so we'll write a 2 here, and then half of 72, so 72 divided by 2 is equal to 36, and then we'll add the first digit, so 36 plus 7 is equal to 43, so the answer will be 432. Again another example, if I have 64, I want to multiply by 6. In that case I'll take the last digit, which is 4, and then 64 divided by 2 is equal to 32, and then I'll add 6 into it. That will give me 38. The answer is 384. So how did I get this trick? I just look at the table of 6, and I look into the patterns, and this is what I get. And this is only valid for even numbers. You cannot apply this trick for odd numbers. It's only valid for even numbers, but still this trick could be handy for some of the calculations you will have in the exams or your day-to-day life. So I hope this trick works. I'll see you in next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone. In this video we'll talk about some quick math tricks which can be used for faster calculation without using a calculator. So first we will start with the number which are close to 50, and if you want to take a square of that numbers, so for example if we have 48 square, so how will we calculate this number? So if you look at 48, it is close to 50, so it is 50 minus 2 square, right? So in this case what we'll do is we'll subtract 2 from 25, and then we'll do 2 square, so the answer will be equal to 2304. Another way, another example is like 46 square. In this case we'll subtract 4 from 25 and do 4 square, so the answer will be equal to 2104 or 2116. Let's take another example. If I have 53 square, then in this case it will be 25 plus 3 and then 3 square, so the answer will be equal to 2809. How this trick works, so let's look on the left side. So if we have something close to 50, it can be written as 50 plus x square, and 50 plus x square can be written as 2500 plus 100x plus x square, or that will be equal to 25 plus x into 100 plus x square. So now as you can see that if x is equal to 3, then what I'm doing is I'm adding 25 plus 3, right, and then I'm adding 3 square. So the answer is equal to 2809. So this is how this trick works. It's based on a plus b whole square. I hope this trick helps. I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. Here we are dividing a number by 5. So suppose if I have 32 and I want to divide it by 5. So if you look at it, it looks little complicated, but a easy way to do this is doing this: 32 into 2 divided by 10. So that will be equal to 64, and then a decimal, so it's 6.4. So all you have to do is take a double of numerator and then put a decimal there. So another example is suppose if I have 16, I want to divide by 5. So the answer is 2 times 16 is 32, and then put a decimal here. So that's your answer. Again, if I have 104, I want to divide by 5. So what would be the answer? 2 times 104 is 208, then a decimal here. That's your answer. Again, if I have to divide by 25, so suppose if I have 16 and want to divide by 25, so how will I go about this? In that case, I can write it as 16 into 10 into 2 into 2 divided by 100, right? So here what's double of 16 is 32, and then 32 double is 64. So the answer is 0.64. Again, if I have 4 divided by 25, so that will be equal to 4 into double of 4 is 8, and double of 8 is 16.16. Again, another example is if I have 44 to divide by 25. So 44 into 4, that's what we have to do. So 44 into 2 is 88, and 88 into 2, that will be equal to 176. So answer will be equal to 1.76. Another example will be to divide by 125. So if I have 4 and I want to divide by 125, so how will I do that? In that case, that will be equal to 4 into 2 into 2 into 2 divided by 1000. So 4 into 8 is 32. So we have 32 and we put a 0 here. So that's our answer. Again, if I have 20 and want to divide by 125, so 2 into 8 is 16. So add 16 here, and then I have one more 0 here, but then I can do this. So this will be my answer. So I hope this trick helped, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. For example, if we have to multiply 64 and 5, so another way to write this same number is by 64 into 10 by 2, and a lot of time we cannot think of that for the calculation. So in that case it is very easy. Half of 64 is 32, so the answer is 32 and a 0, so it's 320. Again, if I have to multiply 78 by 5, so the answer will be equal to half of 78, which is 39, and then a 0, so that's 390. Again, if I have 128 and I want to multiply by 5, that will be equal to 64 and a 0, and that's your answer. Another trick is to multiply by 25. So if I have to multiply 64 by 25, then we can write this as 64 into 10 by 2 into 10 by 2. So we have to take half of 64 two times. So in that case, half of 64 is 32, half of 32 is 16. The answer is 1600. Again, if I have 128, I want to multiply by 25. In that case, it will be equal to half of 128 is 64, and half of 64 is 32. It's 3200. Again, let's go to one more trick. If we have to multiply by 125, so how do I multiply by 125? So I'll take example. So 128, I want to multiply by 125, then that can be written as 128 into 10 by 2 into 10 by 2 into 10 by 2. So we have to divide 28 by 2 three times, or we can divide it by 8. So if we divide 128 by 2, that is 64, and half of 64 is 32, and half 32 is 16. So the answer will be equal to 1600 and one more 0. So this trick may not be very convenient lot of times, because dividing something by 8 is not very easy sometimes, but it could be handy at certain times. Now let's do another thing. If we have to multiply 120 by 15, so how will I do that? In that case, what I'll do is I'll take half of 20. Half of 20 is 60, and then I'll add that into 120. So this is equal to 120 by 2, right? So here that will be equal to 180. Then I put one more 0, then so that's my answer. So again, if I have 100 and 180, want to multiply by 15, that will be equal to half of 80 is 90 plus 180. So 18 and 9, that's equal to 27. Two zeros in the end. So that's our answer. So I hope this trick helped, and I'll see you in the next trick. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another metric which can be used for faster calculation. Here we are talking about adding number in series. So suppose if I have a number from 1 to 9, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 and 9, and we want to add all these numbers together. So I'll show you what's the approach is and how we develop a formula from that, and that can be applied everywhere to add number in series. So if we look here carefully, so what we'll get is that we can add this 1 into the 9 here, so we'll get a 10. Then we can add this number 2 into 8 here, so we'll get another 10. Then we can add 3 into 7 here, so we'll get another 10. Then we can add 4 into 6 here, so we get one more 10, and then we are left with a 5, which is a half of a 10, so it's a half of a 10, right? So so 10 divided by 2, you can say. So total we have a 4.5 into 10, so we have 4 tens and half of a 10, so that's 4.5 into 10. So again, if we look here, that will be equal to 9 divided by 2 into 10. So what's a 9 here? 9 here is the last digit, so we can write it. So suppose if I have to add 1 plus 2 until x. We can write this as x into x plus 1, which is 10, divided by 2. So we can use this formula for any kind of sequences. Suppose now if we have to add 1 plus 2 until 99, so the answer will be equal to 99 into 100 divided by 2. If I have to do the same thing for until 100, then I can do the same. So now suppose instead of 1, if the number starts from somewhere else, suppose if it starts from 11 and it goes until 19, so how will I do that? In that case, I'll first add 1 to 19 and then I'll subtract 1 to 10 from it. So how will I do that? So 1 to 19 will be equal to 19 into 20 divided by 2, and 1 to 10 will be equal to 10 into 11 divided by 2. So if I subtract both, so that will be equal to 19 into 20 divided by 2 minus 10 into 11 divided by 2. So that's how I can do the addition in sequence which do not start from 1. So for a general formula, that will be equal to, suppose if I have x and it goes until y and I'm adding, so it goes like this. So in that case I can write this as y into y plus 1 divided by 2 minus, so here we have to be careful because this is x, so this will be equal to x into x minus 1, because we are adding until x minus 1 divided by 2. So that will be our answer if we have to add number in series. So I hope this trick works, will help you, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, here we are talking about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. So suppose if we have a large number 2, 3, 1, 4, and we want to divide it by 9, and we want to know that what would be the remainder after we divide it by 9. So how will we find the remainder? So in that case, what we will do is we'll add all these four digits together. So 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4, that will give me 5 plus 1 6 plus 4 10. So if you look at 10, 10 is, if you divide 10 by 9, you will get 1 as a remainder. So your remainder would be 1 in that case. Another example is 2 1 6 4 3 2 1. So that you can see it's a very large number, and what will happen if you divide it by 9? So in that case 2 plus 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 10 is 13, 13 plus 6 is 19. So we have 19 divided by 9. So what we'll get here is 9. If you divide 19 by 9, I'll get a remainder of 1. So again, if you divide this number by 9, your remainder will be 1. Another thing you can also do is add 9 plus 1, that will give you 10, and then add 1 plus 0, that will give you 1. So your remainder will be 1. Another example, if we have a now much easier example, if I have 73 and I want to divide by 9, so we know that 7 plus 3 is equal to 10, and if I divide it by 9, my remainder will be equal to 1. Again, if I have 67 and I want to divide by 9, in that case 6 plus 7 is equal to 13, and again 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, so the remainder is 4. Another way is look at the divided 13 by 9, in that case you will also get 4. So your remainder, if you divide by 67 by 9, the remainder should be 4. So I hope this trick will help, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. Suppose if we have a large number and we want to find out whether this number will be evenly distributed by either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 or 11. So how will we find it that? So let me begin with the example. So suppose if I have number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 and 2, and want to find out whether this number is divisible by 2. So let's say 2. So for this test it is very easy. So if we have last digit, so we have to look at the last digit, and if it's even, then yes, and if it's odd, then we'll say no. So here we can see that the last digit is 2, so it should be divisible by 2 because it's a even number in the end. Now let's talk about division by 3. So if I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2 again, and I'm looking whether it's divisible by 3 or not. So in that case what I'll do is I'll add all these numbers together. So I'll say 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2. So that will give me 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 11, 18 plus 2, 20. So as you can see, 20 is not divisible by 3, so it is not a divisible of 3. So the 20 is not of 3. So that's why this number will not be evenly divided by 3. So it cannot be evenly divided by 3. So what should be the number if it has to be divided by 3? So what would have happened is that instead of 2, if you make it 3, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and we write 3 in the end, then in that case this sum will become 21. So that number should be divisible by 3. Or we can increase any other number. We can say 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2. That should also be divisible by 3. Or we can say 2 and increase 1 in each of these 3 and say 3, 5, 6, 6, 2. So this should also be divisible by 3. So what I'm doing is I'm making a modification by just changing the number enough so that the sum will remain the divisible by 3 will be divisible by 3. So in that case the whole number should be divisible by 3. So that's how this trick works. Now let's talk about 4. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, the number was 1, 2, 3, sorry, the number was 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, and whether it is divisible by 4 or not. So in that case what I have to do, I have to look at the last 2 digit. So R is the last 2 digit are evenly divided by 4. So 62, if we try to divide 62 by 4, then that will be something I'll get 1, and then I have 22 left. So that is not evenly divided by 4. So this number is not evenly, cannot be evenly divided by 4. So how can I modify this number? If I add 2 more in the end, so I'll make 1 2 4 5 6 and make 4 here, then this number should be evenly divided by 4. And I can modify this number anyway. I can write 4 3 2 1 6 4, then again it is divisible by 4, or I can write anything x x x x and 64, then this number should also be divisible by 4. So I have to look for the last 2 digit to check if the number is divisible by 4 or not. In this case it is not. Now let's write the number again. So 1 2 4 5 6 2. Is this number divisible by 5? No, because for 5 it to be divisible by 5, the last digit should be either 5 or 0. So if it's not, in this case it's not, so it is not divisible by 5. So if I would have 1 2 4 5 6 5, then it would be, or if I would have 1 2 4 5 6 0, then it would be, but not in this case. So we know this now. Now let's talk about divisibility by 6. So I have 1 2 4 5 6 2. So is this number divisible by 6? So to check that, we know that 6 is a multiplication of 2 and 3. So we have to run the test for 2, and then we have to run the test for 3. Because this is an even number, we know that it is divisible by 2. So this is okay. But we did the test before and we find out that the sum, if I go back here, the sum was 20. So if I add all these numbers together, the sum was 20. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 was 20, and 20 is not a divisible of 3. So this is not a divisible of 3, so that's why this number should not be evenly divided by 6. But how can we modify this? We can modify this by adding one more number. So if I add one more number here, then it will become 1 2 4 5 6 3. But now this number would be like this, so it will be 2 into 3. It is divisible by 3 but not by 2. So still if we talk about 6, it will not be divisible by 6. Another modification we can make is add another 3 here. So if I add 1 2 4 5 6 6, then this is both even, and the sum will be still divisible by 3. So we'll have 2 into 3, it passes the test both for 2 and 3. So therefore it should be divisible by 6. So that's how we do the test for divisibility by 6. Now let's go for 8. So now we have 1 2 4 5 6 2, and we want to find out whether this number is divisible by 8. So in that case, we'll take the last 3 digits and see if 562 is divisible by 8. So if we divide it by 8, then this will give me so from this I can see that 7 and then something which is not divisible by 8. So this number is not divisible by 8, so this whole number should not be divisible by 8. How can I make it divisible by 8? By making these 3 digits divisible by 8. So if I have 5 6 8, that can be divided by 8, so we'll get 71. So therefore if I change this number to 1 2 4 5 6 8, then this number would be divisible by 8. then in that case it will work. Now let's talk about the divisibility by 11. So if I have 1 2 4 5 6 2 and I want to find out whether this number is divisible by 11, so what I'll do is I'll take the alternative number. So 1, this number, and this number. So I'll take this and this, and then I'll take this number, and this number, and I add them together. So I'll say 1 plus 4 plus 6, that's 11, and then 2 plus 5 plus 2, that's 9. So if I subtract 11 from 9, that give me 2, and 2 is not a divisible of 11, so this number should not be divisible of 11. So I hope this tricks will help you with your exams or day-to-day calculation, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. Here we are looking for if number is divisible by 11 evenly. So suppose if I have a large number 10813, and I want to find out that if I divide this number by 11, will it divide evenly. So how will I do that? In that case, I'll take 10813 and I take the alternative numbers 1, 8 and 3, and I take the other alternative numbers and I add them together. So 1 plus 8 plus 3, so 1 plus 8 plus 3 is equal to 12, and 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So if I subtract them both, then I'll get 11, and 11 is divisible by 11. So this number should be evenly divided by 11. So let's take another example. If I have 121, so in that case I'll take 1 1 and 2. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and 2 is equal to 2. So if I subtract them both, that will be 0, and because I have a 0, and 0 should also be evenly divided by 11, so this number should be evenly divided by 11. So suppose let's take another example. If I have 4 3 6 1 2, so in that case 4 6 2 and 3 1, so 4 plus 6 plus 2 is equal to 12, and 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So if I subtract, that will give me 8, and 8 is not a divisible of 11, so this number is not evenly divided by 11. But what can I do to make it divided by 11? In that case, if we look here carefully, instead of 3, if I make this one 0, then this will be 1, and if I subtract 1 from 12, that will be 11. So if I make this modification 4 0 6 1 2, then this number should be divisible by 11. Another possibility is to increase this number significantly enough so that if the sum is equal to 12, so that will be that if I make it 9, so if I make this 9, then 9 plus 3 is 12. So what I can do is I can say 4 3 6 1 9. So in that case, this number should be divisible by 11. So let me check if I have this 3 here, and no, sorry, not 9, but 9 here and 2 here. So now this number should be evenly divided by 11. Another possibility is that I change these numbers. So if here if because I'm subtracting 4, so if this number become somehow 15, then I can make it divisible by 11. So that would be that I make this number 2, I can make it uh, 5. So that will be 4 3 6 1 5, and this number should also be divisible by 11. So I hope this trick helps, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, here we are talking about another metric which can be used for faster calculation. We'll multiply large numbers by 11, 12 or even 13 without using a calculator in the mind. So let me begin with the example. So suppose if I have 1, 2 and 3 and I want to multiply by 11. So how will I do this? So in that case what I'll do is first I'll just take the last terms, so I'll say 1 and then I'll say 3 here, and then I'll add 1 and 2 together. So if I add 1 and 2 together, that will be equal to 3, and then I'll add 2 and 3 together, that will be equal to 5. So my answer will be equal to 1353. Again, how did I do this? So my first digit is same as the first digit we have here. My second digit will be equal to 1 plus 2, which is first digit plus second digit. My third digit will be equal to second digit plus third digit, and the last will be equal to the last digit plus 0, because we have nothing else left. So that will be equal to 1 3 5 3. So that's my answer, 1353. Again, how will I do the same for 12? So if I have 1 2 3 and I want to multiply by 12, so here what will I do is I'll first take the first digit. So first digit we have 1, so I'll just write a 1 here. Then we have another digit, so for this, to calculate the second digit of our answer, we'll take the first digit and multiply by 2 and then add 2 into it. So what I did here is I multiplied this by 2 and then I added 2 into it. So that will give me 2 into 1 is 2 plus 2 4. Then I'll, for calculating the third digit of the answer, I'll do 2 into 2 plus 3, that will be equal to 7. So I multiply this by 2 and then I add it into the 3, so that will be equal to 7. And then for the last digit I'll take multiply the last digit by 2. So if I multiply this by 2, so 3 into 2 plus 0, so that will be equal to 6. So the answer will be equal to 1476. So basically I'm multiplying each digit by 2 and then I'm adding the next digit into it. So let's go to another example and multiply by 13. So if I have 1 2 3 and I want to multiply by 13, in this case I'll do the same way. First digit will be equal to first digit, the second will be 1 into 3 plus 2, and third will be equal to 2 into 3 plus 3, and then on we have 3 into 3 plus 0. So if you look here, I multiplied all the numbers by 3. Here I multiplied all the numbers by 2, and here I did not do the any multiplication because it was 1. So if I add these numbers, it will be 5 9 and 9. So the answer will be equal to 1599. So that's how I'll multiply any number by 11 12 or 13. So let's do another example. If I have 1 2, 3, 1. So I have to multiply by 11, so the first digit will be equal to 1, second will be equal to 1 plus 2, third will be equal to 2 plus 3, and fourth will be equal to 3 plus 1, and then we are left with the fifth, which is equal to 1. So the answer will be equal to 1, 3, 5, 4, 1. So answer is 1, 3, 5, 4, 1. Again, if I have 1, 2, 3, 1 and I want to multiply by 12, here we have 1, then we have 1 into 2 plus 2, that's, then we have 2 into 2 plus 3, 3 into 2 plus 1, and 1 into 2. So that will give me 4. This will give me 7, 7, 2. So answer is 1, 4, 7, 7, 2. Again, if I have to multiply by 13, then the answer will be equal to 1, 1 into 3 plus 2, 1, 2 into 3 plus 3, 3 into 3 plus 1, and 1 into 3. So that will give me 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 3 into 2 is 6, plus 3 9, and if you look here, it will be 3 into 3 is 9 plus 1 10. So here we have 10, and here we'll have 3. So in this case we have to be careful because there is a carryover, so we have to write 3. Then here we'll write 0 because we have 10 here, so 1 will go to the 9. So 9 plus 1 is 10 again, so we'll have one more 0. It will go to the 5, so it will be 6, and then it's 1. So answer is 16003. So that will be our answer. So I hope this trick will be helpful, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about another math trick which can be used for faster calculation. Here we will multiply number which are close to 100. For example, if I have to multiply 102 by 103, so in this case, because this both numbers are close to 100, what I'll do is I'll first add 2 and 3, which will be 5, and then I will multiply 2 and 3, which will be 6. So my answer will be 10506. Another example, if I have 104 and I want to multiply by 105, in this case 4 plus 5 is 9, and 4 into 5 is 20. The answer is 10920. If I have number less than 100, for example 98 multiplied by 97, so in this case, because they are less than 100, so I have to take 2 into 2 plus 3 and 2 multiplied by 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So here, instead of adding 5 to 100, I'll subtract 5 from 100, so that will be equal to 95, and 2 into 3 is 6, so the answer will be 9506. Again, if I have 99 into 95, that would be equal to 1 plus 5 and 1 into 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6, and 100 minus 6 is 94, and 1 into 5 is 5, so answer is 9405. So how this trick works? So let's take an example where we have 100 plus x, and we are multiplying by 100 plus y. So if you solve this, it will be equal to 10,000 plus x plus y into 100 plus xy, or you can write it as 100 into 100 plus x plus y plus xy. So if you look at it, that's what we are doing in the trick. So if x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, then we have 100 into 100 plus 5 plus 2 into 3. So that's what we did there. We did 105 and 06. So this is how this trick works. So I hope this method will be handy for you, and I'll see you in the next trick. Thank you. uh, we'll have another metric which can be used for faster calculation. Here we are talking about multiplying two numbers which are less than 20. For example, if I have to multiply 12 and 13, in this case what I'll do is, first I'll say 2 plus 3, which is 5, and then I'll multiply 2 and 3, which is 6. The answer will be equal to 156. Again, if I have 13 and want to multiply by uh, 12, no sorry, by 15, then in that case it will be equal to 3 plus 5, that is 8. So we'll write a 8 here, and 3 into 5, which is 15. So I have 5, 1 and 1, so that will give me 195. Again, if I have 11 and I want to multiply by 14, then that will be equal to 1 plus 4, it's 5, and 1 into 4, that's equal to 4. Answer is 154. So how this trick works, so let's take an look into it. So if we have 10 plus x and then 10 plus y, so we are taking 10 as a base, and these numbers are close to 10. So in that case, if we solve this, it will be equal to 100 plus x plus y plus, so it will be 10 here, and then we have xy. So if we solve this, it will be equal to 10 plus xy plus y plus xy. So if x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, you can see it will be equal to 10 into 0 plus 5 plus 2 into 3. So that will give me 15 and then 6. So it will go to the 10th place. That's how this trick works. However, sometimes it's very handy when we are doing faster calculation. So I'll see you in the next trick. Thanks. Hello everyone. In this video we'll talk about the rule of 72. This is the handy metric when it comes to exam or for day-to-day calculations. So let me start. So suppose if we have an investment of I and we want this investment to grow to 2i, so we want our investment to be double, and the interest rate in the market is equal to r, right? So we want to know how much time will it take for this investment to be 2 times. And there are certain ways to calculate this, but if you use this trick, the approximate time can be calculated very easily, and the time will be equal to 72 divided by r. So for example, if rate is 10, then time will be equal to 7.2 years. If rate is 20, then time will be equal to 3.6 years. So how this rule works, so let's try to solve this problem in a regular way. So in regular way, we have to say that we know that um, our suppose we have investment I, and we have interest rate 1 plus r, right? And so we invested for n years, so it will be t here, so that should be equal to 2i, right? So this is our initial investment, and then we have an interest rate every year, and this is compounded every year, so that will become 2i after certain time, right? And we want to calculate what the time should be, right? So now if we solve this equation, then so I will be cancelled out by another I, so this will cancel out, and then we have 1 plus r to power t is equal to 2. So further, if you take log on both sides, so it will be t uh, log of 1 plus r is equal to log of 2, or t is equal to log of 2 divided by log of 1 plus r, right? So now if I go to Excel and try to solve this equation, so let me go to Excel, and so now suppose if we have r, and so it is, we start with 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is the rate of interest. So right, and then we have time, so time should be equal to, as we calculated before, log of 2 divided by log of 1 plus uh, by 100, because this is in the percentage, right? So it says 35 years, right? So we can keep doing this, and we can also generate a table for all the r's and these numbers, right? So now if you look here, then if you multiply time with r, that will be equal to 2 into 35, so that is 70.0056. So this is very close to 72. So if you keep doing this, you will see that all the numbers are close to 72. So 70.3, 70.6, 71. So if we approximate the number to be 72, then all we need to do is, so if I use the same approach, so if I use our trick, then instead of using 70, I'll always 70.005, I'll use always 72. So I keep using 72 for all these rates, and then I'll calculate the time. Time will be equal to 72 divided by rate. So now you can see that I get numbers which are very close to the actual time it should be. So it's so suppose here it is 11.89, but here I get 12. Here is 10.244, I get 10.28. So this is a good approximation. Instead of doing this complicated calculation, we can just get approximation using this trick. So I hope this video make sense to you and it's useful, and we'll come up with more tricks in more upcoming videos. Thank you. Hello everyone. In this video we'll talk about the rule of 115. So this is a handy metric when you are doing your exam, so you are doing day-to-day calculations. If you are a trader, you are in finance, or you are an investor, then this trick is very handy. So this trick will give you approximate value for your return time which will take for you to get a particular return. So suppose if you have investment of I and you want this investment to grow to 3I after certain time t, and the rate of interest right now, so rate is R. So by using this trick we can calculate how much time will it take, and the trick is simple. So the trick is that you take a number 115 and you divide it by R, and that will give you the time for investment to be 3 times. So 3 times. So for example, if interest rate is 10%, then time will be equal to 11.5 years. So this is the approximate time. If interest rates are 1%, then time would be equal to 115 years. So why this happens? So let's try to solve this problem with the um, journal approach. The journal approach is to have your investment, and we multiply this investment with the interest rate, and each year it is compounded, so we have raised to power t, and that should be equal to 3i because we are looking for investment to grow 3 times. So in that case, your I will cancel out, and we're left with uh, 1 plus r raised to power t is equal to 3. So if we solve this equation, we can take log on both sides. So if we take log 1 plus r t is equal to log of 3. So t is equal to log of 3 divided by log of 1 plus r. So let's try to solve this equation in Excel. So if I go to Excel, I can say suppose r is my rate, and we have the rate varies from 2, 3, 4, and our time will be equal to log of 3 divided by log of 1 plus rate, right? So this should be our time. So now we can keep extending this rate to suppose 13%, and we can calculate the time for investment to be 3 times for all this years. So that's how we get the time. So now if you multiply time with the rate, so that will be equal to time into rate. So this is equal to 110, which is very close to 115. So we can keep extending this, and you can see that all our numbers are very close to 115. So this is what we can that's why we can approximate the time by just using 115 as a reference and dividing it by the rate. You can also do it with the 114, but somehow this trick got the name of 115. So let's try to see, but if we have used the trick, what should be the time? So the time using trick would be like this. So we have 115 divided by rate. So that's 57.5 years. So if you can keep extending it, it's like this. So if you compare anything, like for 6 years it says 18.85 years, but our trick says 19.16 years. So it is a good approximation. So this is very close. It's 111.52 and this is 11.5. So if you use this trick, we don't get the exact number, but we get the approximation for the time it should take, and that could be very handy when you are thinking about different investments and you wanna get a quick sense or wanna get quick numbers in your mind. So I hope this video helps, and I'll try to make more videos, and we'll see you again. Thank you.